Good morning. This is Bill from Europa, Naples, and I'm here on a pretty windy Florida morning to bring you this really hot hatchback. This is a 2017 Volkswagen Golf GTI. To me, they're always going to be rabbits. I know they were Golfs or, whatever. It's a rabbit. And it's fantastic. They came out in 1976 with the GTI. It has become one of the all-time favorite car guy cars ever since. They handle incredibly well. They're practical. They're very well built. And this current generation is probably the best of the bunch. Of course, already on Car and Driver's top 10 list. You can see the styling is gorgeous, absolutely stunning. VW has always styled the GTIs and, the Golfs and the Rabbits really well. But boy, did they hit it out of the park with this one. Look at those gorgeous wheels. This is the S Edition, 210 horse, just turned 10,000 miles. Has the DSG 6-speed shiftable automatic. Look at the diffuser on the bottom, the big twice pipes, the GTI badging, the spoiler up top. The thing about these cars is they just do it all, and they do it all really, really well. Much better than a lot of other vehicles, doing what they try to do. Let's have a look inside the hatch, which is a very cool entryway. We push in that VW emblem there. See, you've got the GTI all-weather mats. It's a nice big hatch. You can fit a bunch of stuff in there. You can fold those seats forward. It has almost as much room as that Tiggan SUV that VW sells, which frankly is the stupidest name I've ever heard for a motor vehicle. A mixture of a tiger and iguana. I mean, how the hell do you get those to mate? It's like a Mustang Cobra. I mean, you get a Mustang and a Cobra together in the same little area and everyone's gonna freak out. So anyway, I digress. Tiggan, Jesus, good Lord. Under the hood, 2-liter turbocharged, 210 horse, buttery smooth, one of the finest engines VW has ever crafted. It's smooth all the way through the rev band. It's peppy. It returns fantastic gas mileage, and it's an absolute joy to own and operate. You can see on the 17 model, everything's mint under here, what you'd expect. Very, very clean and proper, and no worries at all. Very attractive metallic black paint on this car. Very, very sleek, nice. Just look at those rims. Absolutely gorgeous. You've got 5 spokes with kind of a shifting fly pattern. You've got red calipers. You've got disc brakes, of course, in the back. Just absolutely gorgeous to look at. And speaking of gorgeous, they have retained the tartan cloth. Even all the way through 2017. One of the most identifiable and iconic interiors in the business. You see the rear seats are actually exceptional in this car. You have good leg room, you have good visibility. You stuff any Canadians back here, they're not going to complain. They're going to be very, very comfortable. All right, up front. Now I've noticed there's a little bit of a red line theme to this car. When it's dark out, you can see there's a glowing red line here inside the trim panel. This entryway has a glowing red line as well. There's beautiful red stitching on that GTI Sport wheel. Of course, red lines and red stitching in the seats. It really adds to sort of the sporty feel of the car. One of the great things about GTIs is their fit and finish, their quality of materials. They feel a lot more expensive than they are, which is, a pretty good way to be. You hate for things to feel cheaper than they are. All right, let's get inside and crank it up. All right, here you see the, what do we have here? Volkswagen's infotainment system. Actually I'll start over here. So we've got an instrument cluster, which is dim now. So let's put the lights on and make it come to life. There you can see we got CNN going, news profiles on XM. I like that little driver information center. More than that, I love this steering wheel. Check out the flat bottom for ease of getting in and out. Very nice multifunction layout. All the stuff you need at the touch of a button, touch of your fingers. You got over here, very classic style German lighting system, pull for fogs. Over here you got your, let me get those back on so you can see them. Power mirrors, power locks, your power windows are down here. Everything is just laid out exactly right. Very, very nice, sort of ergonomics in this thing. You can see you got the grippies at the 10 and 2. You've got the paddle shifters here if you want to flip your way through the gears. Very nice deep gauge cluster there with a terrific information center. You got a big tack, 6,000 RPM red line, of course 180 mile an hour speedo. That's probably a little ambitious, but looks sporty nonetheless. Over here you've got, let's see what we got on the menu system. All right, so we got a radio, of course. I would expect that in virtually any car. You can have media, telephone, Bluetooth, vehicle information. This is app content. That's nice. So you can hook up Android or MirrorLink or Apple CarPlay. Very, very cool. Images, so if you want, I guess, a rolling screensaver of, you know, your mom's Christmas party, you can have that going. I actually have no idea what images are, but it could be that. You know, sound systems, setting systems, nice stuff. And of course, direct access via those buttons there. You got heated seats, nice. You've got climate control down here. You've got the DSG transmission, which you can move over here and ratchet your way up and down through the 6 gears. Change your modes here for, what do you got? You've got normal, you got sport, you can customize it. Pretty cool stuff. If you want to go back to D, just go here. If you are in manual mode, of course, the flippity flips will work there. So you got a 12-volt outlet. You got a nicely styled e-brake. You know, the feel of this car is just fantastic. Everything just feels nice, tight, clean, together, proper. You know, VW has always done a terrific job on these cars. You know, again, making them feel better than the price would indicate in terms of what they, how they go together. So here we are in drive, just, you know, going along quite nicely, no issues at all. Very smooth. You can, and that's, you know, it's kind of a Jekyll and Hyde car. So, I mean, you could be a good, proper citizen. You know, here you are, you're just making your way to the grocery store, your friendly waves at the neighbors as they wander around. And then you can go over here, you can put it in sport, you can flip down through the gears, you can nail it. The traction control comes on. You might want to turn that off so you get a little wheel spin. But it's such a driver's car, and it really wants to be thrown around corners. It wants to handle. You know, you won't believe how fun this thing is on the twisty roads. You'd be trying to take the long way to work and, you know, find a road less traveled that has some curves in it. And that's basically what this thing is about. It's the joy of driving, intermingled with the horrors of familial responsibility. So you got 4 doors and a hatch if you need to stuff the kids back there, or some baby seats. So it can be done, but God, isn't it better to just be out on the racetrack having fun? Anyway, here it is, 2017 VW Golf GTI, fantastic vehicle, 10,000 miles, 1 owner, immaculate. Great color combination. Got some AC going, and you're gonna love it. What can I tell you? Balance of factory warranty, save some money off the sticker price. This is a great car to have. 239-649-7300 on the web at mercedesexpert.com. Thanks so much for having a look. We really appreciate it. We'll see you with the next one. Take care.